Hello, Team Komal. This is Komal Talks, where I, Komal, talk. In the light of recent events of creepy things happening to women, I thought why not do a video about stalkers? Because it's real and it happens to all of us. The best of us. Imagine if you're a girl, you're just going back home from your office, right? You take an auto to the metro station, it's chill. Auto suddenly breaks down. This other auto is coming. No. You sit in that auto. Suddenly, a dude takes a knife out. By this time, you're shitting yourself because you think something bad is about to happen, and it is. Your hands are tied, you're completely blindfolded, and they take you to a car. Take that car to a location where you're kept. They serve you things that they think that you might like, and you're just like, what? You're kidnapped. What? Then when you're scared at the fact that you're kidnapped at somebody else's house, God knows where it is, this dude comes up to you, tells you, oh, I'm here to save you, lets you go back to your house. You're so happy. You're like, oh my God, that guy saved me. It's so nice. And then the police tells you that the guy that saved you is actually the reason why you were kidnapped. A dude faked your kidnapping so that he could save you and become the hero. What? Yeah. This actually happened in Delhi. Apparently, he had been stalking her for a while. He saw her the first time at Rajiv Chowk metro station, and he just felt so much in love with her that he realized he has to have her. And he just randomly thought about, let's kidnap the girl and then save her. And the girl worked with Snapdeal. Snapdeal has a crazy social media presence. Snapdeal got really scared for its employee. Holy poo-poo, our employee has been kidnapped. What? And they were just like, oh, let's help her out. They put that ad everywhere. And that is when they realized that all the kidnapping and stuff is actually going haywire. So they let her go. That was just... I'm sorry, how more Bollywood can this be? When we get the news that the guy is a psychopath and he doesn't understand the concept of consent, and he thought of all of this because he saw Dar, and he already has 30 charge sheets on him already, and he apparently ran away from one of his custodies or something like that. This dude is loco. If that wasn't enough, now the girl is extremely scared of going outside because obviously once you're kidnapped, the last thing you want to do is go have a picnic at Safdarjung Enclave. Okay? That guy is now jailed, and you know what he says? He says that his love for her is still there, and he will do anything to get her. What? And to make things creepier, he's in jail and he still thinks he loves her. She thinks it's just like, oh. So I thought to myself, why is it that it's so difficult for people to understand the concept of consent? And it has happened with me. It has happened with people that I know. It has happened with guys that I know. It has happened with girls that I know. And I thought, why not talk about it? I'm pretty sure a lot of you already have, or will, or right now are in a situation where somebody is either trying to stalk you or just pushing themselves on you, be it physically or psychologically or anything, and it's really irritating. I'll try to tell you my story. As you guys know, I did my bachelor's and my master's from Delhi University. Delhi University has two campuses, one is north and one is south. So I did my bachelor's from north, and I was starting to do my master's also in north, and then I started getting these messages from a dude. What? Creepy part about that was that person knew everybody from my bachelor's. They knew all of my teachers that were there. They even knew all of the classes that I took in my bachelor's. So I was so creeped out. So you have an option of either doing your normal MA classes in North Campus or South Campus depending on the distance that you have. There's no attendance as such. So what I did was I stopped going to North Campus because I was so scared of going there every single day, knowing that there was somebody there that was watching me. It was really creepy. I never really thought of myself as somebody that would ever get stalked because I thought that only happens with pretty girls. And I never really thought of myself as pretty. I always thought of myself as just average looking, and my personality was fun. So I like that fact about my personality, but I never thought I was pretty or whatever. when it happened to me, I realized that can happen to anybody. And then I see this news and I'm like, how I got out of it was very simple. I just stopped going to that place. And yeah, it was pretty much solved. But some people are not that lucky. Some people don't get to choose. You have to go to the same place over and over again. It can cause quite a lot of trauma and it can cause quite a lot of anxiety. Hell, just going there for 3 weeks made me feel so anxious. Every single time I would walk to the campus, I would always feel like somebody was looking at me or like looking out. It was really scary. Although I'm like really confident in terms of like bouncing on people now, because you know, stuff happened with me when I was younger, and it made me like extremely aggressive towards anybody that was approaching me. So if a guy would come up to me to ask for like time, I would most probably run away or something, or like be like, no. So if you are getting stalked, I think the number one thing that you should do is talk to a friend. I know you might be thinking, if I tell my parents, they might take a drastic step, and they might, but at the same time, you have to make sure that somebody knows the stuff that's going on, because you never know, if anything bad does happen, there's always that one person that knows about it. I think ignoring works really good. Like if somebody messages you or they call you, you might feel extremely scared, but just block the number. I think the first thing to do is that, because a couple of times people are just doing it just for fun as well. It's not necessary that they're actually obsessed with you. That person starts to get new numbers and contacts you, and you realize that legitimately they're not going to stop. I think that is the time that you should go to either the police or your parents if you don't feel that comfortable with telling things to your parents. Because a couple of times what happens is that you tell something to your parents and they become extremely possessive. Don't go there, don't do that. Why do you have to hang out with your friends? You know things are happening. So, and you can't really blame them. They're just trying to protect you. If you are in Delhi University, is to make sure that you go to the harassment cell. They have these cells in Delhi University which help men and women who are either being sexually or emotionally or anything being harassed. It's there to make sure that you get your education without being like messed up in the head because of somebody else. A lot of times what happens is people get stalked in their workplace. Like it actually happens. Somebody that you're working with either makes uncomfortable advances towards you, or you know for sure that they're the one that are stalking you, and you can't really do anything because you're working with them. You can't mess up that work environment. I would highly suggest talk to your team leader or any of your boss that you possibly can. Make sure that it's in their knowledge, because guys, if in the future anything bad happens to you, nobody will believe you if you don't tell it beforehand. People are just going to assume that you're making things up, and believe it or not, people tend to blame the victim more than the actual person that's doing things, just because they didn't say anything before. So guys, if anything happens to you, please go and seek help. Please try to talk to your friends. Please try to get support, and please don't keep it to yourself. That's it. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope this is useful. And again, if you have any problems, I will link the Delhi police phone number in the description box below, the particular one for harassment and all of that. And I hope it's useful, because genuinely I don't think we can take any more of this, to be very honest. Like, this is just, it's getting too much. You need to defend yourself. If you guys have any other subject that you want me to talk about, please leave it in the comments box below, and I shall do that. If you think anything else about what I talked about, please leave that also in the comments box below. It becomes very easy for people to read the comments, and sometimes it just helps people out. If you have anything helpful or constructive to say about this topic, please leave it in the comments box below. And that's about it. Bye.